Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
gonna
go
have.
around.
And Andrea, just so that we're clear, I'm here as a Randolph resident, even
Okay.
though I'm a lawyer who practices before the PUC, but I have not entered my appearance in this proceeding at this time.
Okay. Yeah, let's go around and have everyone introduce themselves. Just want to welcome everyone to this site visit in case 212939-NMP, which concerns the Randolph Davis Solar LLC petition to construct and operate a 500 kW solar facility on the site. I'm Andrea Papiti, and I'm the hearing officer for this case. And Micah Howe is with me today. He's also with the commission, on the commission staff. And I'd like to start by going around and introducing us. And you already did, thank you. And so let's
Michael Binder.
Joan Allen. Kathy Leonard.
Peter Leonard.
Kim Hayden, counsel for the petitioner.
And Leonard, do you live near here?
We live on
Up Davis Road a little way. Yeah.
Thank you.
James Brady, Fish and Wildlife.
Kevin Anderson, Agency of Natural Resources.
Aaron Kasicki, Agency of Natural Resources.
John Brabant from Honors for Clean Environment.
Alex DePillis with the Vermont Agency of Agriculture.
Still Micah Howe.
Brendan Malley, Norwich Tech.
Martha Staxis, Norwich Tech.
I have on the phone also our counsel, Lizzie Tischer.
Oh, great. Okay. Okay, so we're here at the site, and I just want to remind folks that any observations and facts that happen on this site are not, or on the site visit today, are not evidence in the proceeding, but they give us a context for what's happening, and the parties in the proceeding can move to admit evidence that might happen on today's site visit. So that's important to remember. And then the other thing that I'd like to remind folks of is that we have to be careful about ex parte communications, and so please don't have any side conversations with me.
Folks, excuse me, but there's a car coming.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, they were doing some work on the road up there.
It's FedEx. Their truck got stuck for 3 days, and they hired this guy to come.
So just in terms of side communications with me or Micah from the commission, we just want to be careful about that all the parties are present when we are having conversations. And so I'll do the best I can to stay in the middle of the group to make sure that I can be available for what's happening, but at the same time, let's be careful about side conversations. Okay, so we asked the petitioner to send a itinerary to us, and we have us meeting here, and then we have a walk to the solar array site existing forest opening, and then a drive to the Binder Allen property, 1953 Davis Road. And Mr. Binder also made some suggestions too, which we would like to see as well. Inspecting the wetlands and buffers along the road, walking along the access path, walking along the limits of disturbance to the extent that we can, right? We'll do the best we can. And inspecting the vernal pool on the Binder Allen property. And so we'll try to accomplish all that, and I'll let the petitioner take the lead at first, and then Mr. Binder, if you'd like to point out where you'd like to go as things go on, then we'll let that happen.
I mentioned to Brandon a little while before everybody else got here that I thought it'd be a good idea to start at this end of the property and view the wetlands, come back here and go up the access road. And then, depending on our stamina, there's many ways we can get back down.
Okay. Does the petitioner have any issue with that?
Oh, no, there's nothing. I'm sorry. I'm just going to throw my bag in the car.
Oh, yeah.
There's no problem with that.
Okay. It's much colder at my house up in Hardwick. When I left, it was windy, and
Don't.
Yeah. So I feel like we have a nice day for this, which is good. Yeah. So,
It got real nice just about an hour ago.
yeah. Great. Good to see the blue sky again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that
so,
Andy? Who is that? I can't.
Yeah, that's Andy.
Yeah, it's Andy.
Yeah, he's an abutting neighbor. We'll be able to see his house from the array site. When we're up there.
All right, so let's get started.
Okay.
Sound good? We'll go this way.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Kim.
Okay, we'll take it slow.
Are these stakes showing the staging area?
Oh, do you have the map that we asked for?
Oh, Kim, get the map.
It's a good thing I asked now, right?
Nice
Thank you for
timing,
asking
thank you.
Hello, Andy. Come on, how are you? Good, how are you? Well,
I'm gonna get her up this side.
We're about to go. We just had the instruction. Okay. We start up at your parking line, look at wetlands, come here, and then go up the road. Perfect. Cool. Hey, how are you? Yeah, Brett. Long time no see.
I didn't notice the difference. I noticed it was shorter than the last time I saw you. And you need to ditch that coat. You're gonna get hot. You're gonna get hot.
I have like a map of turtles.
Yeah, you need to ditch that coat for sure. Yeah, I know. I was the same way.
Yeah, you're right.
Everybody's in the same boat. You showed up. Oh yeah, that was.
Oh, she's got it.
yeah, I got the same thing. Just wondering where we're standing. Are we standing like
Yeah, we're standing.
Is this going to be even?
Yep. Over here. Yeah. Right, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, this is
Can we just get
let me say.
we just get a sense? You just kind of walk us through. We're just gonna have the petitioner walk us through. Sorry. Hi. I'm Andrea from the commission.
Eric Guzman, department.
Oh, hey, how's it going? Good. So we're just getting a sense of the lay of the land. I'm going to look over here at the site
So
map.
we're basically at the existing log landing, and we're going to be going up there. You want to go that way, but he wants to go around over to where the wetlands are first.
Okay.
So we're up over here.
Is that? Let's see.
They're over there.
Where's Mr. Binder?
I'm
There
right
you are. I have your glasses on. I keep forgetting. So we were how would you like?
Well, I was going to
to
suggest
proceed?
we're right here. I was just going to say walk here, sort of check out this area, come back here and go up the road.
Okay. Does that also cover your side of the table?
Yeah,
too?
we're accommodating the binders.
Excellent.
So
Okay.
whatever they want to do.
So let's do that.
As we go up, I'd like to see
Yeah.
kind of where this is going to be the staging area.
Yep.
And
right
then
here.
sort of where we are on the road. Yep, okay. I think I'm oriented. Thank you.
Yep.
So staging area is,
Basically, this level
Right here.
area down here
I
that's
see,
already
okay.
been disturbed.
I see, okay. So the road's actually going to go up past this leveled out area kind of a little bit and then,
Over this way. Yeah. See
yeah,
where-
I see that. Okay,
Oh.
we'll walk the road. Go ahead.
Okay.
Let's go. I want to see exactly where the road is.
Thank you for asking that.
Hi, Kim. How are you? Good. Very good. You've been mentioning my name in all these cases. I'm happy to accommodate if you want me to begin. We'll be talking to you in Norwich. So you're at, where's your office? Are you in Derry? Yeah, we moved downtown office. Okay. Right by the criminal courthouse.
I just wanted to say hi. I have the property on the other side. I'm Brendan.
Brendan, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yep. Okay, good.
But actually, it's an in-service day at school, so let's
Is that fire pit?
much
You?
higher today. So
I
they're
won't claim any personal responsibility, but it's definitely somebody in my family.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, you're welcome to continue.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Welcome to continue.
Yeah, I don't know. That's my son in
making it
his
work, though.
high school years.
Oh, yeah,
I'd
yeah.
say one
You know,
I have 2 high schoolers right now, so
we've gotten, for instance, a knock on the door from Joan and Michael. Hey, that mattress is like 300 feet up into the woods. All right, oh, okay. How about that couch? Oh yeah, that's not on our land. Terrific. So he had expansive hanging out in the woods.
sounds like fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Could take a year or 2 off of work.
Yeah, really. Well, that's what high school's about.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I'm talking and I have to send an email because need to do a Zoom call, you need to be plugged in.
Yeah.
It frees up.
Right.
But if you're driving the interstate 50 miles a day. Oh, we do that simultaneously?
Yeah. I really like it.
Yeah, well, you can place that well. This is a popular place to carry your empty drive in the back road.
Oh, sure.
Yep. So you can, we're in the area of the wetland.
Yeah, I live a little further up the road.
Okay. Coming around the corner. So I just wanted to point him out.
Thank you.
Has the entire parcel or limits of disturbance been wetland delineated? Yes. The actual panels. Well, this isn't where the panels are all, so we've delineated this.
Okay, so anything on the entire parcel has been checked and delineated?
I believe so.
Like where the road is?
I believe so. She would, yes.
See a flag in the woods there.
That's what I was trying to point out. That was all. I knew you wanted to see the wetland. Thank you.
But I haven't been able to find it. I've looked 2 or 3 times this year and haven't found it. Yeah, I looked for it also. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. That stone wall.
I didn't think people threw stuff out of cars anymore.
Oh, are you kidding?
I thought that was only in the 70s.
My wife and I.
It's crazy.
Of course, a lot of it was under the snow, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it was like.
No, it's horrible.
Okay.
We're going into the area.
I'm sharing your cookies with everyone.
Oh.
I hope you don't mind.
It's okay.
Hi.
Hey. Heck yeah.
Yeah, dude. They're in the warm.
Oh, homemade?
Yeah.
Warm.
Yeah. Real deal. Come on.
Martha, we passed the wetland?
Not yet. What? We passed the what?
We went past the wetland.
Yeah, that's what those flags I was pointing out.
Yeah.
The corner, property corner right there.
Oh, okay.
This is your recollection of more or less the line?
Oh, the property corner? Yeah. It is pretty close to. Everybody says it's supposed to be a monument in the ground, but.
I know, and Andy says he hasn't been able to find it for a few years. Yeah, this is Mueller's on the side.
Yeah.
He's here now.
Yeah, I know.
So I looked at a stone wall there yesterday and this morning and sort of made a little trail of things. And if you stand up there and look back, it looks pretty straight. It could be, I'm not a licensed surveyor, it could be here or here. You know, it's best I could do by hand.
Looks good.
Okay, looks good. Well,
Is this a property line? Is that what you guys are talking
yeah,
about?
this is the Muellers. Andy and Lava are here. You know, the neighbors who live over here. We'll be able to see their house clearly from up at the array. So.
And what a glorious sight it is to behold.
Yes.
Is there much of a path through here?
No, but we just want to look at the limited disturbance, which comes right down, you know, into a brook or stream that's here. So.
Okay, let's take a look.
Okay.
your man.
Yummy how?
Got it.
Worth the trip already. This is interesting. Western Electric. From
That's from the line.
light pole, yeah.
Oh, no, I'm fine. Thank you.
Can I just say, I don't know if everybody knew I'm offering cookies, but if you didn't know and you want one, you definitely need to come get it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
They're very
No, I had one already.
I guess. We're not trying to bribe anybody.
Okay.
Put
May I
one
speak?
here.
Yeah. I would like to just point out that there is a stream here, or I think it's a stream, and I couldn't find it on the plan, and nor do I see any wetland delimiters, uphill from it. Another thing that I did while on the Mueller's property yesterday is measure out 90 feet from the edge of the road, which is here, which I believe is about the limits of disturbance coming down the wall. If you see there's a stone wall up there, you can see I even have it flagged. That's the property line. So I believe that there's a stream on this property that's not delineated, excuse me. Like I said, I'm not a wetlands expert, but
So just to be clear, that's your flagging?
this is my flagging. I put this here 90 feet from the edge of the road. So, on the Mueller's property, on their side of the line.
Orange? Do we know what the orange flagging is for?
This orange is mine, and that's on the property line. See the stone wall up there?
Oh, yeah.
There's some orange up there, and it comes right down to the road. Okay, this is just to mark the 90 feet from the road, which is where the limit of disturbance comes down. It's curious that when they logged this red pine plantation 6 years ago, they didn't cut these trees, probably because it's too steep, and I think they have a 110-foot buffer for this type of stuff. But in this case, I think they're going to be cutting right through here. Everything above here is part of the disturbed vegetation clearing, if I understand the site plan.
Can I ask a question? So, Mr. Binder, you're saying that orange flag, this orange flag over behind me, and then the orange flag over there are all the property lines?
No, not this one. That was my mistake.
Okay. This is a little...
Before I found the line.
Got it.
Okay. Excuse me, that should have been removed.
And that's not based upon the survey?
It's based on the stone wall, and Mueller's telling me, and my knowledge of having lived here for 13 years, that's the line. But no, it's not based on the survey. I couldn't find a pin on the road.
Right.
So I used the stone wall and just made a straight line down to the road.
I just wanted to ask the petitioner to orient me on the map. If you want to.
Right there is the road, and we're standing on the property line.
Yeah, the limit of disturbance is where? That's right here. Is it that line?
The dotted.
No, the limit of disturbance is the property line.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, okay. So well, at some point, here it is. I'm sorry. See that line right here? That's the limit. This is the part that's 90 feet up from the road. See that little thing going this way? And then it tries to stay above the wetlands.
Okay.
Good.
And where is the cutting?
Within the limit of disturbance. So in order for
and that's this line again?
Yeah, we delineate. The limit of disturbance is based upon what the Agency of Natural Resources will want for the stormwater permit.
Okay.
And because they'll ask for any disturbance in order to install the project.
And
So does that mean the limits of disturbance are not according to the net metered rule? That includes the utility areas, the access roads?
No, it includes the access road.
Okay.
Okay. And then I just wanted to make sure that I knew it's proposed clearing and limit of disturbance.
Right.
Okay. And that's
Because any vegetation that's removed.
Maybe A&R wants to talk to it, but for the stormwater permit, for the stormwater permit, they're going to want to know where the cars are parked, where the equipment's put down. So we basically identify an area around where the array will be installed, and any trees that would be we would want to remove for shade management, things like that.
Sometimes I've seen on site maps where there is, it's right now it's a little bit hard for me to tell what the clearing will be, and I've seen where they've kind of had like an outline over, like an overlay over there, so that it was easier to see where the trees that would be cleared for the project. Is it?
Andrew, can
So
I
what
ask
we're
a question?
saying is
see
that
the part
any
that are-
trees within the limit of disturbance are subject to clearing.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's right here, that little line. See
That's
it?
that, okay.
That's the limit of disturbance and clearing. So coming down here. So in other words, these trees right here are going to be cut.
And the
Well, this
everything up the
hasn't
hill.
been surveyed, so I'm not gonna agree to that until we have the actual surveyors come out and survey what that distance is. So I think you're roughly in the right area, but we're not gonna impact.
Okay, sure.
But isn't
the
that needed
resources.
before the wetland delineation can be done? I mean, shouldn't the
No,
wetland...
it's almost in reverse. You need to understand what your natural resources are and the buffers that go on top of them so that you can avoid them. So we can't set the limit of disturbance until we know what the resources are.
So the map as it stands now includes, under the net metered rule, all areas that will be defoliated or cut, any vegetation that is in any way like, you know, Roundup is used or something like that to
Well, we
kill
don't-
it, right?
we
Not
don't use
Roundup, but
herbicides. Well,
herbicide.
don't put words in my
Sorry,
mouth.
sorry. But what I'm getting at is, when we look at this map and you say the limits of disturbance is the same as the clearing, is that completely
That's
under
not
the...
what I said. Excuse me. I said the limit of disturbance is where any disturbed areas or trees are subject to being cut.
Okay.
Would be.
Or to use a non-Roundup kind of defoliant as well, is that also included within the limits of disturbance? That is not.
We don't. Well, I don't know what you. Well, I guess I better pause. my counsel will tell me. What do you mean by defoliant?
Yeah, I don't think that this is appropriate for a site visit. This is really getting into cross-examination and issues that we're supposed to be here to be observing the site. And I think Ms. Daskus has explained what she means by limit of disturbance. And if Ms. Dingledang wants to cross-examine her in a hearing room and probe it further, she can do that. But we're not. This is not a site visit topic that we should be getting into in detail.
Well, I think though we want to know on the ground as we're standing here, so it's in context, where this line actually is. And so I'm looking at a map, and we're trying to figure out where it is on the property. But I want to understand what the line is that's being represented. And I don't think that that's cross-examination. I think that's just asking,
No, you were
can
asking
you point
about
it
using
out?
defoliants. I mean, that
Well,
has nothing
that's-
to do with what the petitioner has talked about.
Well, exactly. That's the
It's
whole
part of
problem.
land
And I
clearing.
think Mr. Binder and Ms. Daskus have roughly agreed on what the limit of disturbance area is. It's in this area.
Right, I
Yeah.
agree
So
with
let's-
that, but I
Let's
just...
stick with the area and identifying it. I feel more oriented now within the map, and I feel like I can go back to the testimony and see more details on the tree clearing. So I'd like to kind of move on to the next piece. But I feel like my questions have been answered, and I feel like I have some context. So.
Do you at least appreciate the distinction that I'm trying to
Yes,
understand?
yes, I
Thank you.
understand
Thank you.
that's why I wanted to make sure that I could tell directly from the map, because sometimes it's it's not intuitive where the limit of disturbance is versus the property line versus all the different layers. So I feel like I have a much clearer understanding now. So let's move on.
Want to look at the rest of the wetlands, sort of work our way down, and get back
I
to
thought we were
the
going
road.
up there.
Oh, you want to go up the hill?
This is your call here. I thought you wanted to go up to the site.
Okay, we'd like to go up the access road when the time comes
Okay.
to go up the hill. Back to the road? Well, I think we're going to tour the wetlands and make sure there aren't any other streams that aren't recorded, and everything's delineated correctly.
Oh, yeah, extras in there?
Do it, dude.
People are missing out.
I can't even eat them.
Wow.
Gluten free.
And my wife will.
Yeah. It's
I
sad.
changed my, I have a cookie.
Yes, I'm so
I can't stand watching somebody just stand up and hold cookies.
So you're doing it for me.
I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for you.
kind.
Thank you.
So thoughtful.
Thank you very much. Are you the one that was saying you know the name Brooke? Yeah. So I have my 5-year-old son. Every brook that we come to, there's a name. Ding Ding Brook.
Ding. Okay. Well, it runs right through my property. I just
Who's got a machete?
Brook runs through your property too?
Ding Ding Brook.
It runs right past our house too.
Yeah. We're up to neighbors.
I think a wetland, but I'll just tell everybody shit. It's not on the flag delineating it.
Will the deer like it?
Yeah.
There's been bedding in here.
Yeah. Yeah, this used to be, when it was all covered with red pines, it used to be a lot of deer habitat in here.
There's been bedding here. You see piles like that in one place.
What's that?
Southwoods.
Here's a rub.
Wait, you're following me?
Here's a buck rub right here.
Oh, did you find a buck rub?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a very heavy deer area.
Well, you can see they've been bedding up here.
Yeah, well here's a
Oh, yeah,
rub,
sure.
a scrape, I guess you call it. What is it? A scrape?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot more of that up top.
Is this to be cleared or is this buffer?
Let me wait for it so it's not ex parte. I couldn't find this on the. Sorry to get in the weeds.
So your property is where?
Basically uphill from those orange flags that
That stone wall is your property?
stone wall is up there.
You're beyond.
Yep.
These are hydric soils.
In fact, we'll be able to go back to this pretty much. Yeah, I wanted this to be seen because from the road you wouldn't see that. I can't see the wetland delimiters, 50 feet above it anywhere here. So I wanted to ask about that, or at least note that.
Yeah, they don't start
That-
until back there.
And this stream, as far as I can tell, is not on the plan, and I don't see any wetland flagging above it. So.
Where are we on the map now? I'm just trying to.
We're along the road.
We're in the area buffered within a class 2 wetland, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, is there any flagging up here to delimit it?
Has all the flagging been done yet, or?
Yes. Yeah, as you can see, it's right there. See, that's wetland flagging. But I think they just
there.
didn't come up this far.
Yeah, but the flagging is for the edge of the wetland, and then there's, Kevin's pointed out, there's another 50-foot buffer on top of that that's not flagged.
Right, but is there a flag above this wetland here?
Huh? I see the ones over there.
And also, if it's a stream, it should be mapped on the map anyway, shouldn't it? Or,
I think there is a stream shown on the
yeah,
map.
but that's the one that's over there. We'll see that.
Okay.
No, that's the edge of the wetland. The wetland flag, yeah. So the wetland flag is up here, Mr.
Oh, is it?
Okay, so this is all included.
Okay. Oh, okay. There's another one. Yeah. Okay.
So the whole, the wetland flags are up here.
Okay,
So,
And then it's 50 feet beyond that.
thank you.
So everything downhill of those flags is mapped or delineated?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
that's the buffer, and everything above them could be cut.
Everything above it is, there's
50
a
foot.
50-foot buffer above the pink flag.
minuses, but someone's about to lose their phone service.
Yeah.
Oh, that's typical consolidated.
Yeah. I think the flags don't go over far enough that way. Of course, the stream, as you see, is way up there. And we found a flag here, but that's as far as it goes.
We all switched to EC fiber.
Okay, so let's go back to the road.
Okay.
It looks pretty dry in terms of route.
Oh yeah, yeah, you can get through there.
Hey, you're in the hole.
Yeah. Yeah, right, yeah.
I just want to reorient one more time from the road on the map, if Martha, if you could orient
Where
us
we
on-
are?
Yeah.
In relation to the wetlands. I feel like
We're up here.
okay,
The wetlands goes to all along the road.
and
Here's our pink wetland
Yeah.
itself, and then the
That's
orange
that.
close dot,
Is the
close dotted
is the
orange is our
buffer.
buffer. So here, right in the middle, is our
Yeah.
whatever weird shaped wetland,
and this one here,
and then
right?
here's your buffer.
Yeah.
and then the blue is the blue is the
to the-
stream.
Oh, okay, got it. Yep, the riparian buffer. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, you brought up the best thing ever.
They've been hard. This year for some reason, even though they're pretty bad elsewhere.
Oh yeah, we've had grass several times, but they were doing it a couple times.
I'm like,
Oh, really? Yeah. We have a dairy farm up the road, and every other day there's a very heavy milk truck going down, and they put in some pretty things about that. Makes it so. Yeah, I saw a Castella truck trying to go up on the way up. I think Mr. Vine just wanted to orient us here.
I believe if you look at your map, the stream that you see on the map coming down is right up in here and is delineated. But this stream here coming down from where we just came from is not even on the map as far as I can tell. And comes out of some wetlands, but it's not shown as a stream. And I guess it's delineated to the extent the wetlands are, except at the far north end, where it's not quite delineated. Sure. This one here.
Is it shown, so the limits of where the stream is shown on the map?
Yeah, it's just coming down here, goes along the road, and goes under the road. But this one coming down here is just not on there.
Oh, I'm good. 5-second rule, you're good.
Exactly. No, but it also didn't absorb any of the much. Well, it feels like that, right?
It is.
Oh, I know.
But our machine's broken and you're going to have to go to Boston and spend $5,000 to fix it and another 3 to 5.
It's a trip line.
Fine.
Nothing blue though. It's good.
Like up here. That's why yellow or tan colored or something. I don't know. Something like that.
Swampy here.
Yeah, it's a little wet there, huh?
Red osier dogwood right here.
Oh yeah, there's red osier and silky dogwood.
Dogwood.
What really interests me the most, because I'm not a real wetland expert, if everybody can hear, is that these are cattails. I do know cattails, and there's more cattails here, okay, and there's more down there and on the way. Which makes me wonder if this is really a wet marsh or a fen that we're standing on.
No, wet meadow.
I'm a wet meadow.
According to the DEC classification, which I read online, it'd be a wet meadow.
Yeah, wet meadow or a fen. Depends
No,
on the
not
soil.
a fen, not a fen.
I think a
Not a
soil
fen.
scientist has to dig and look for
Not a
Fen very
organic matter to make that
unique.
determination.
Not a fen.
Not a fen.
Not a fen?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
And we're back at the beginning now.
Yes.
In the landing, the setback for, or I'm having word issues right now. The staging area? Yes, thank you.
Where, okay, so where on the staging area, where are we on the staging area?
North end.
Just right behind you.
To the north, over here, sort of at the very tip of it, and
Yeah,
then this is
it
it.
runs down there.
So
Yeah,
basically, this cleared area is going to be the staging area.
Exactly, we're
And-
trying
and
to
then up the hill a
utilize
little
the
bit?
existing, this is all man-made logging.
Yeah. So then it goes up the hill to some degree, right? It goes up that way a little bit.
It's right here, where all the.
So has this staging area been delineated for wetlands?
Well, this is a man-made event from the logging, you can still see the chips here. So obviously the biologists have been over the site of this area. And did they indicate this as a wetland? No.
Maybe they didn't see the cattails.
It doesn't necessarily make it a wetland. It's not a good species for a
Yeah,
wetland.
cattails are obligate wetland species.
Okay. We've made some observations.
Okay.
That's good.
Get a break.
Is this sign of some animal having lived here?
Animals?
What,
You mean human
what
animals?
animal lived here? I think it's a human wintering yard. Or a summering yard.
That happens year round.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of thorny stuff. I don't know the road.
Hang on just a second. Can you show me where the road enters and then so we're halfway, so the road kind of goes through the staging area, right? So it comes in, is that it, right there?
Well, it'll
The access road.
I don't think so, because they have to store all of the ag soils temporarily in this area. See, there's
That's a little incorrect. I'm very curious about the ag soil stockpile, so let's do that too.
Okay, Brendan.
But first, one thing at a time. I'd like to see the access road entrance, and then where we are kind of in the stockpile area. I mean, in the staging area, and then I'd love to see the stockpile area. Oh, we're going to GPS it.
We're still
oh my
in
gosh.
the limit of the staging area, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
So Alex, hold up.
All right.
I'm sorry? Ooh, careful there.
Not sub-meter. This is the entrance.
It comes up and then shoot right out this way. All right.
Exactly. Okay? And so that area up there is like laydown.
Yep. And then maybe even in between the road, it says on the map, in between the access road and the main road is also kind of lay down area.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, we're
Well,
trying
this is
to
the stockpile
utilize it.
for the
Excuse me.
ag soils right here.
Nope.
Are you done?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
The road, I don't know, I forgot what to say. Oh, we're utilizing as much of the existing
Yep.
log landing as possible,
Yep.
minimizing additional new disturbance.
Right.
And then
All right, onward. Thank you. Are you going to show us where the ag soils are stockpiled?
Oh, yeah. That's what she's doing. It's on the map too, right? Oh, okay.
I got it.
And this is the
Wait, and history goes back.
Well, that's the name of the prime ag.
Got it.
And this is the location.
Oh, okay.
I lived in
What
Bern.
does that say? No,
That's the
clear.
point of interconnection. This is the.
Yeah, but see, it's over here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can see there's a little box. Okay.
But it's on the south side of the road. Oh, okay. Okay. Again, I don't have a sub-meter GPS on, but as long as it sounds like. All right, Brendan, sorry.
I like following someone.
Oh, it's amazing. It is. Oh, there's skyscrapers on it now?
Well,
Oh, right.
I'm going to
Yeah.
get, I need to get.
Yeah, I went back to a family funeral about 5 years ago. I was shocked. Ditto.
Oh.
Get out the machete.
You're not the, we're not the only ones that had that happen. My grandmother had a house on the Jersey Shore,
Oh my God.
and when she passed,
This is the road bed.
we inherited it.
12 feet wide excavation.
My uncle sold the
Here,
land, sold
here,
the
a little
property,
wider.
and
I would like everybody to take
front
note
lots
that this side of the road
$50,000.
is much higher than this side of the road. And the plans call to not change the grade of the road. You're just scooping out soil and putting in some gravel. So my question is, are you going to level this, or are some of the trucks going to maybe tip over when they're driving on this?
I think you should maybe look at the site plan again. There is a civil engineered road designed on the plan.
Oh yes, it's on the front page even. Right there, that's the profile, and it says that it's at grade. There'll be no, they don't mention any cut and fill. They actually state that it's going to be staying at the grade because it's an existing road, and it should be flat and level. And they're just going to replace the dirt with gravel, but I'm seeing a bit of cut and fill here. And some of this cut and fill, as we'll see, is going to be on very steep slopes. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say at this point.
Yeah, there's cut and fill on the site plan.
Oh, is there? Okay, I didn't see it. I saw the diagram of the road, and it says it's kept at grade. Is there something I missed on the front page there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay, it's good to be oriented and to see where we are. It helps. So let's keep moving along.
Go, Brendan.
I'm doing my best here.
All right.
Okay.
calling the road?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you mean those lines there? This indicates cut and fill, you're saying?
Well, I don't know. Good
Okay.
question.
Yeah, their diagram of the road, as far as I can tell, didn't meet the spec.
Are we walking the road now?
That's the road there. The raspberries are in bloom. They're growing.
Where's the exit?
Is that the road?
That's the road.
There's no road there now.
Follow Brendan.
Okay.
Did we find the egg closet?
No, I guess we'll do it on the way back down.
Let's not forget it.
So just FYI, you may have to be, avoiding pitfalls or thorns.
So
Thorns or pitfalls?
pitfalls and thorns.
Thorns. So this is the road where Brandon's walking? That's the road to our left?
What's the percent slope here, Martha?
Right here, I'm on it.
Let's wait till we gather up together.
Anybody have a chronometer or something?
Let's get closer
At least one up
so we
three.
can hear the conversation.
We got a big sign here.
Oh, there's the road.
I think there's a road here.
Skidder Road.
Nobody's going to want to get on the Pelotons, huh?
Have to buy one first. And I have to figure out what one is first, actually.
Yeah. There's some here too.
So does anyone know what kind of grade this is here? I know. Is this like 90 degrees? Is it 90 degrees straight up and down?
Logging road.
Skidder Road.
Skidder Road. I was expecting.
Yeah, Skidder. That's what
Yeah.
the road.
It's not a truck road, it's a skidder
No,
road.
it's a skidder.
And I'm not going up this Raspberry Hill here. Blueberry Hill or whatever the heck it is. Pretend you got your telly skis on and you're bushwhacking up the hill.
I wish I had my hiking boots on, but I knew I needed my wet boots.
You thought you needed them.
I didn't know I needed repelling gear. This case just keeps getting better. I'm talking to anybody else.
It's pretty steep. That's what skidders do. You know, they go up anything. No. There are good loggers and bad loggers.
United States. So Ruth's gonna do
Who has EMT training here?
Okay, just a detour. Yeah, there's a log across the road. It's gonna be a tough climb.
I'm not going that way either.
I'm not sure this is any easier, but we're getting near the top. Sure, whatever.
It's up to you, I'm saying. That's easier right there.
Yep. That's when we're going to hold the oxygen. Okay, going once. That's what we'll be on.
Video a lot of site visits. Put them on YouTube.
After everyone eats the cookies. You calling me? Yep. Okay. I'm calling Brendan, but
Did you bring your rappelling gear to get down?
We can go down through our land. It's a lot easier.
yeah, you better follow over that way.
Just around there, yeah.
Need a bush hog up here
Well,
with a loader. And trees to move and a chainsaw.
We had.
Is this a property line, this wall here?
yeah.
It is. Okay.
Yeah, me too. Gotcha, I'm with you there. Then we're gonna suddenly be really cold when our stuff happens.
Is this slated to be cut, do you know? A lot of deer signs. The deer have yarded up here this winter. Maybe they delineated it. Maybe they delineated it as deer yard, or
Brendan, are we following you?
We are.
Should we be? Is what I mean.
yeah, this is the best way.
Well, I mean,
It's where the raspberries are.
It's where we met our
Demise?
match.
Oh, match.
That's where we met our match.
That's right. It won.
Well, it's a good thing it's not raining. It'd be all sopping wet.
Oh my
by now.
gosh, we'd be sliding. Well, we're getting in shape. Andy and I can prove up the picture. Really? Yeah.
I've actually been from Tucson to Tucumcari.
Tucson to Cookiery.
Tehachapi to Tonopah.
You've been every kind of rig. Right. We could
I've
go.
not done that. I've been to all those little towns
You have. That's good.
just because of the song.
You have? That's great. I love that. That's funny.
Is this the project area?
No.
No. It's deer yard. That's the road.
No, like this.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Well, the power lines are running this way, so there was one when we first moved in. Some sledding happened closer to our place on the power lines. Yep. I don't think so. Well, I mean, you may have, or the kids may have. I don't remember that being a spot. And we only did that for like 1 or 2 years, and then it got grown up more.
Yeah.
So did they stop doing that.
Where's everybody?
They're stuck in a pucker brush.
They're down there
We're
going.
gonna hella lift them out.
So I missed the introduction. So
I'm John Brabant. I work with Vermonters for a Clean Environment.
oh, good.
That's
Okay.
Smith's organization.
Nice.
Your name is?
Lava Mueller.
Lava.
Lava.
Like
Yeah, nice to meet Lava. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm just a John.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we all have our names. They all look out. But so
Andy.
you're just
Andy,
making
John,
sure that this is all going to be good for the.
I video document site walks and hearings and
Yeah.
we put it up on YouTube. But you know, VCE assists neighbors on all kinds of projects, 250 projects,
You guys making any progress?
Public Utility Commission projects. We assist the public with the process.
Oh, okay.
Honey,
We've been villainized because we help the public navigate, pro se, these very complicated legal processes where the other side has counsel.
Right.
That
That's good that you get
counsel just
villainated.
this morning said, you know, you should come out and support more projects. I said, that's not what we do.
Yeah.
We assist neighbors to propose developments, whether it's housing or energy. It's what we do.
Yeah.
You know, that's not what we do.
Yeah.
You know, maybe
Right.
she should start a bakery.
There you go.
Oh wait, that's not what she does. She's a lawyer. You know,
Maybe I
it's not
should-
what we do.
Maybe I should start a bakery.
You know, everyone's telling us how we should do our job. We, I think, do a pretty good job.
Yeah, good.
You know,
Well, that's
really,
great.
what we do is we fill the gap that the state no longer provides. The state used to provide all this. They used to have all these staff in 250 offices and at the Department of Public
yeah.
Service, and they are not there.
Oh, that's so sad.
There's a lot of turnover in the DPS, Department of Public Service.
Yeah.
There's, you know, that's very limited. They're supposed to be public advocates, but they then try to be neutral and they
Right, yeah.
advocate for things without checking with the public. They're always meeting with the developers. You know, so we have to push.
Yes.
And so we're the demons because we ask for public process.
down the road again?
level.
Yeah, we're just on the other side of
To the developers,
the
we are.
back there.
Oh, okay.
The road's down here.
Yeah, I'm
it's not as
fine
accessible.
with it. Road continues up here.
Yeah, so that
Okay.
that'll be a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had some good meetings about that. Meetings we've had now with staff about all those issues. And access. Nothing. Took notes. Never got so far as to like make a decision, but
Well, I'm happy with the fact that this position is new.
Yeah.
As an opportunity to open.
it's kind of like we just kind of muddle through with each project, and we don't. I don't think we ever
And I could have paid
really
you.
sat after.
Good idea.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Very unusual, John.
Huh?
Very unusual.
Inconsistent.
Unfortunately, a lot of my property looks like this, where I hay. One field, I'm like, I literally get off my seat and I lean like this.
Hey, Martha, your guy wants you.
Okay.
Oh, but I'm uphill, I can jump.
Oh yeah, but
You say.
Oh yeah, I've done it. I rolled one.
Old Wilfred Stalker.
Yeah,
Never to be seen again.
he was raking on a side hill.
I don't know what he was doing, but he was on a steep place.
Okay, that was a little
Hayfield.
Detour around the logging road, which is over here.
Right. And then it swings up this way?
No, the logging
Oh,
road.
okay, because there's another road that goes up that way.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Oh, I'm full.
Oh, I see. Yep.
Yeah. No, I got flagging. Yeah. I don't have any inside.
Wow, they put a water bar in the logger.
Oh, Sam. Your friend Sam.
Sam, you know who this was?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sam Lincoln logged this.
pardon me?
Sam Lincoln logged it.
Oh.
You did? Yeah. Oh, cool.
Is he a local boy?
You know.
Oh, Sam.
Sam.
Yeah, the commissioner, deputy commissioner.
Deputy commissioner previously. He's gone back to.
He quit to go back to logging, I think.
And his kids, he's
farming.
bringing them along.
Yeah, he's a nice
Got
guy.
really nice young boys. Oh.
Well, if they're like the dad, he's gotta be. So where does he live? How far from
Okay, here we are. What next?
East Bethel Road. We're on East
Well,
Bethel Road.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go look
Down the
at
end is a curve.
Yeah.
And boy, it was wicked flying on top. It's a beautiful white farm on a high spot. Nice land. And then it goes down to the second branch where he grows corn, squash, and pumpkin.
Wow.
I've got a farm stand. I've known Sam since he was second grade.
Wow.
From that stream coming down.
His sister Amelia, because Sam was 19. He needed his sister Amelia.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. What does she do?
She's now just had a, I think a doctorate in adult or child psychology and counseling.
Oh, Smarty Pants family, huh?
Well, she started out in the Coast Guard when she went to college. And then went back into college and was teaching over in the valley.
Oh.
Then she got cancer. And she had a couple of real workarounds with finding donors, marrow donors.
Oh boy.
And she,
So leukemia.
yes. And
She kicked it, huh?
she quit it.
Wow.
And then she went back to working with kids, and now she's now getting her certificate so she can be a counselor, whole certificate.
Is she older or younger than Sam?
Younger.
Wow.
She
She
was,
had cancer that young, huh?
yeah. Well, that was then.
Yeah.
But,
So in her 20s?
she's also just a beautiful person.
Yeah.
No, she's in her 30s.
No, back then she was in her 20s.
Yeah, she probably was.
Yeah.
She's married to the family news photographer, James Patterson.
Huh.
You probably know his
Getting
work.
close.
With me, Steph.
But Sam has the family farm?
No.
Oh, okay. He acquired
Not
that
far from it.
and he became a grown-up kind of guy?
Yeah. He's married. You know his wife, Ashley?
Nope.
Mother Jam.
I don't know Sam. Had many a lunch with him at the State House.
Probably my hair like mine. Yeah.
I have no idea what they are. You're coming to me, but that's because I had all that, but now I got to go
Yeah, this is a deer trail. Much easier walking. Notice all the poop on the ground.
They hit this heavy. Old pasture pine.
Uh-oh.
This was pasture a long time ago.
I think
That's what the name call it.
It won't be here. Maybe I put it in the car.
No service.
Yeah. That be a bummer. That was stupid to put it in here.
You have it backed up? Your contacts and all that?
Excuse me.
In the file cabinet. You left, isn't it?
Find out, I guess.
You think you had it? You sure?
I thought I stuck it in here.
Oh.
I know, that would be dumb. Keep going back, that's fine.
Go back the way you can.
Yeah, I think I might have got my phone.
Oh no. Is it
Is
ringer
it
on?
on?
The ringer's on? Oh, there's no
Unless,
service.
unless there's Verizon service here. Remember Verizon?
Oh no.
Maybe AT&T.
I'm gonna walk
Go-
back this way.
Well, we can all be looking as we walk out.
Okay, I
have
thought
to
we
go
weren't
back
going
the
back
same
this way.
way.
Oh, we're
It
not.
looks like there's Verizon.
Verizon, I've got Verizon.
Oh. You can ring her phone maybe.
Oh, did she drop her phone?
It's
Yeah.
funny. My work phone's Verizon. My personal one's AT&T. It really
Well,
works out kind of nice.
I think she might have lost it in the brambles though. Like something you don't want to have to revisit. Kim, do you have your Find My Phone app turned on or whatever setting?
Yeah, I think it's John.
Oh, that's mine. Oh, there's the other one.
Yes, thank you.
Check everything I started out with.
I brought a laptop we could link into your phone and then, I don't know, maybe we could find it. I don't know. No, it'd have to be synced with your phone.
Start calling him.
Yeah.
You want to
You need a Verizon,
me
you
the
got a
lay of
Verizon
land?
phone?
It's
Yeah.
like the limits of disturbance go up to this ridge, correct? So all these trees will be cut here, and the panels are up in here. How far over the ridge does the cutting go?
Yes. Yeah, yeah. We're big fans of that group. I know you do.
We're roughly right about in here.
If you're looking that way, that's the limited disturbance
Yeah,
up just
exactly.
over the ridge a little bit.
That's what's being avoided.
So does that mean no cutting there?
No, there's no panels there.
Okay.
Is the cutting you're doing here primarily for shade?
Yeah, shade management. Well, Kevin, there's panels on the other side. You see the far side? No, right here.
Yeah.
So I thought you were talking about this. So the limit of disturbance.
Oh, yeah.
This would be shade management.
Yeah, there are several of these.
For the power line, is there going to be a...
It's underground, I think, so that's under here.
Maybe it is then. Maybe that's
Until it gets to the road.
How do you get underground?
Well, they trench it.
Concrete or...
Well, no, in the open area, where the panels are. Then the trench comes down to the road, and then I think it goes overhead.
Waiting very frustrated.
Here's the road.
Yeah. Oh, you mean Davis Road, or are you talking about the access road?
Here's Davis Road, where does the
Oh,
power
it, along the access road, I believe.
We're utilizing the existing line on Davis Road. There's no
At one time I thought I saw a line going across
Well,
town.
there is a utility line cut.
So that was
already
existing.
here.
That's
Yeah,
telephone.
that's existing and we're not using it.
And it's telephone.
Right. Yeah.
They have that on the map.
And this took that.
Okay.
So do you want to go up to the, where is Mr. Binder? Do you want to go up to the property line?
Well, if we're going to do the limits of disturbance, unfortunately, it means we've got to hike all the way up there, all the way down to that evergreen, the evergreen line. That back corner is our property where our vernal pool is. We could then come down the limits of disturbance over on that side and take a view of the Mueller house. On the other hand, if you know what a 40% slope is like already from having gotten here, we might be able to forego doing another one.
Yeah, I think we could skip that. We know that just past over that is the second part of the array.
Are there any different
If you want to do the
views
vernal
or
pool,
people
I
that can
sort
see
of
that
propose you,
stuff up there?
because of walking.
Sorry, wait,
easier
one
to
at a
go-
time.
Hang on.
Sorry,
We were
just hold
just
on for
talking
a
about
second.
the
Go ahead. What?
Well, I was just going to suggest another route would be to go to the property line where the edge of the limit of disturbance, and then go. It's easier walking. I mean,
If we can find a deer path through here,
Yeah, there are deer
and go
paths.
single file, there's plenty of them.
There's additional solar panels going to be on the other side of these trees?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Better answer, Michael.
We're right here, right? We're right here. And then
no,
this
we're,
is,
wait a minute, excuse me, but
we're at the end of the road,
we're up
kind of.
here.
Oh, we're up here.
Yeah,
Right.
we're up here. We're closer to the property.
So this is the hill we're talking about, maybe.
Oh, I
climbing.
see.
Yeah, that's
see.
over here, which
And
is
that's
what's
between
being
the,
avoided.
but the ridge you're looking at is over here.
Right.
That ridge over there is this ridge.
Yeah.
But this,
Oh, that's that ridge?
This ridge,
there's
this
more
is a whole
panels
ridge right
on
here.
the other
Those
side.
Not on the
are
other
up
side.
there.
See,
No?
Yeah, there.
the
See where
other-
that fallen
this
tree
is
is?
the other side.
Okay.
Right.
This little ridge,
these are just
panels on the other side.
Just around there?
just where there where the trees are.
And then they'll be gone, so.
What is,
Okay.
what is
This
you are
is
here?
the area of
The
25%.
clearings that kind of see.
So we are avoiding. And that's
It's
that.
right there. Okay.
Correct.
That's right. That's
So we're standing right about here. All right, so there's a steeper place over there, there's that steep place here, and then there's a few other panels on the far side up there.
So it just goes up, the panels go up to that.
What kind of,
Yeah, you got it.
what kind of focus on that other part where the other
Getting into
set?
fly rock territory.
The other panels are the trees are falling over.
Just have
It's
another.
so-
It's a little slopier.
Yeah, there's
another
a,
question.
some
So-
panels
Go ahead,
here,
another
then it gets
question?
steep, then it's
So
level.
in
I mean,
terms of
levels.
the green patches where you're showing
The yellow here.
Sorry, go ahead.
They're yellow. Those
Yeah.
are the areas that were the civil engineers surveyed and found to be greater than 25%. So we moved the panels away from them.
Okay, but in terms of any other areas within the limits of disturbance, is there a slope overlay for the rest of it? Or just for these two?
Right for there.
This is what we have.
Yeah, this is what the request was from the town.
And this was what was filed in response to my request at the,
That's correct.
scheduling conference.
Yeah, now is there a different plan filed in response to Michael Binder's request for the status conference?
That's, no, there's some motions that are pending right now, but, this was the response.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cause it was my request and, yeah. Getting the
Where
word
would,
out
what
now.
direction would you like to go?
So just so that I'm clear, there's no green depicted on the access road, correct? That was
There's no
not.
green on the map.
The yellow.
I mean,
The
yellow.
yellow,
Oh.
whatever. That, in other words, the access road has not been, there's no slope overlay for the access road, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Is the slope overlay,
The two yellows.
right, but is it, within this one?
Yes. Well, yes, it covers the area of the panels. The town asked for, to understand what the slopes were, where the panels were. So that's what we did.
And you use this, cause you have to have
Right.
a outside
Right.
geometric line to go within.
Right.
So you use this
Right.
line, which is the
fence line.
The fence line? Okay, that helps. Thank you. So it's within the fence.
Well, it's within this limit of disturbance area up in here where the panels were. Okay, because we didn't change the limit of disturbance from what was originally filed.
Okay.
So this is the fence line. This one.
Correct,
Okay,
the little
that's-
dots.
Yep.
Would it be possible to put the 25% overlay throughout the entire disturbed area? You did that for the town of Randolph when they asked. And that's in the emails.
We've addressed this in our pleadings.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
outstanding motions on this.
Okay,
So, yeah.
no.
Okay. I'll let everyone go ahead of me because I'm just going to take a second to absorb this a little
Sure.
bit because I want to make sure that I get it imprinted in my brain.
This
Where's
may have
Micah?
already been
Are you
covered,
wait with me?
and I'm sorry if I missed something,
So
but
what I'd like to do is go to the vernal pool and then I think back down.
Okay.
And if we go along the stone wall line, that should be easier.
In fact, that'll be the stone wall we started out at.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that.
That's pretty easy.
Oh, right. We can walk at their house and, you know, they have
Okay.
nice, much easier walking.
That would be.
More cookies?
Okay. You want another cookie?
there's not another batch in the oven.
Well, don't forget the Ray.
My energy level.
No. See where those trees are? Down here. That's where one pump is. Another pump down that way. It's all that ridge area.
Maybe in the truck, so in your car. Well, if it's in a car, we could go to the car, and then if it's not you,
Yeah, I don't want to back up.
Yeah, I got Lizzie on here. Will you introduce yourself?
Okay, so just so we're all on the same page.
Brandon.
Just so we're all on the same page. We're gonna.
We're not doing FaceTime, so
I wish I had. I always wanted to be able to do that whistle. Excuse me.
Michael.
Just a second. I just want to make sure that we know where we're going so we can move on here.
Okay.
So we're gonna find a deer path straight through this way, and then we'll be, or do we need to go up back that way?
Honestly, it's almost easier to just go through the clear.
Go up to the ridge.
We don't have to go all the way to the top.
It'll probably be easier walking, you know, it's steeper.
It's more open.
Okay. Whatever. Yeah, you know the area, so you're.
Then we could see that second set of panels, which I think is right there.
Okay.
On the other side of the knoll, right?
Get me out of here!
Once you get into the road. Okay.
So this is just in the trees at the edge of the clearing. So not over.
Where's this ridge?
That ridge is like right here.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I had that wrong. I thought
So
this
the
was-
trees,
that's
the
what
trees start at the bottom of the ridge.
Okay.
And go to basically the top of the ridge.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Can you just wait for me for a second? Like, I just want to let people start going a little bit. 'Cause I'm a little pokey, so I don't.
Right, yeah. Like a 30 here.
Ah, Native American site.
party.
Did they drink Budweiser? Party Hill here.
I think we just have to do it. Just suck it up and go uphill. Suck it up and go on up.
There. Get a lay of the land down here.
We should have put on our tracks to where we were.
Oh, yeah. Through there, yeah.
We're up in the 800 or 900. I think that high point up there is 900. I think part of the problem.
Yeah, it's probably not real.
It'd be cool to tour each of them.
Yeah. So actually, forget the one. Southern part of the state. There's been some like adjacent to it. So I think it's Sean Good, and then they'll get you to the hatchery manager up there. Okay. So we've had a lot of concerns about that. Just making sure that buffers for the 300 feet actually are maintained.
So we're going over here to the left.
two.
What's all this flag in here?
Oh, there's a lot of it.
Flagging.
That's a little strange.
This might be
Haven't they changed the site?
very near property line. Brendan might know.
Where is his property line? Do you know?
Well, I'm not sure exactly. I think it's somewhere
Brendan,
near the... Brendan!
where's your property line?
Property line's 150 feet that way and 150 feet that way.
Okay, just over the ridge a little bit.
You guys are outside of it.
Okay.
Here, you're gonna be fast.
I had to take a break. That was hard.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't take the break.
We will.
Well, my thing is a different side.
You must be thinking different.
I must be thinking of a different
Yeah.
side.
Well, I
Mueller and I are to the north.
I'm just
thinking of a different side.
Sometimes you go back and look at it.
Yeah, you need to go that way.
Nice spot.
Whichever way anybody thinks is easier. You go this way, can you go there, or whatever anybody prefers. Let's do something.
It's actually first cliff.
Oh, look at this. Is there a barn up here?
Oh my gosh. That's Ben. She got that and when it
Sheep hatch, old sheep farm. Look at that.
It's near because we have a
Oh, I thought that was a stone wall.
Strangely built one, you know, kind of rough wall. Oh, it looks like it's got right angle. Have you looked at it? Yeah.
A lot easier from here on.
Yeah, that's when the college pointed there. They had several.
Oh yeah, it is a wall. Look at that. Serious wall.
The people that cleared these lands.
I was reading that there were families, like, is that the right word? Families that would like
That was
their kids
their
and
living?
mom, and their living was going from farm to farm and stacking stones.
Huh. Then there's taking stones in the fields. We did that in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Well, the farmers used to pull after they plow. They'd put all the stones in piles, and then these families would come along and they'd live on the property, and the farmers would feed them. And we'd go from farm to farm. Yeah. That's topo, man. And you got your kids and your wife, and you're living in a barn or wherever the farm.
Imagine the family would feed you.
Yeah, and they sleep out in critters or something. Yeah. Or in a
Oh, a
farmhouse.
big time machine.
Or, yeah, early 1800s when the sheep were here. Is that Killington? Yeah. with that snow. Brag about it.
They go till May, I think.
Yeah. Get your rock skis out.
Blowing snow the other day, I saw.
Measured it out of season and called it 134. But now that I've got the water tank, you know exactly where it is. To the main here, this is a complex. We've never seen an amphibian egg down in this part here. Yeah. But a little further up is the
Like an hour ago when we started, right, you couldn't, like all the clouds were low.
Do you think you guys are going to do anything about all the wetlands down there? Oh, really?
I think he wants us to see the water feature over here.
Mr. Binder? Binder?
Mr. Binder.
Michael. Could you just let us know what we're stopping? This is the vernal pool area?
Yes, it is. This monument sticking up right here is our property line, and it runs along through that tree and along that way, and down, of course, here. As we go down this wall, we'll run into the next abutter, the Muellers, who are here with us today, and we'll see that pretty soon. This is a vernal pool complex. As you can see, it's extremely close to the cleared area, but the amphibian eggs, the main pool, is 111 feet to the edge from this wall. I'd measured it previously out of season and called it 134. I was going into the middle of the pond, but 2 days ago I came back up here and measured to the edge of the main pond as 111 feet. Okay. And we can see the complex if you want. You can see the pool. I don't think there'll be amphibians eggs yet. Come back in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Sure, there'll be plenty of frogs later.
The frogs will be moving on their way.
Yeah. Haven't gotten here as of yesterday.
But they're not eaten by turkeys.
Yeah.
All right, I just want to give one more orientation here from the map.
I haven't heard them yet.
Hang on.
Hey, whoa, the hearing officer.
Michael. Martha?
Excuse me.
I'm just gonna get one more orientation on the map. So
sure.
Come over. Just want to make sure that's what I was looking for. I'm getting better at maps. Okay.
Right along the line. Oh, sorry, this line. There's a 50-foot setback.
Okay.
Required?
Yep.
Look over there.
Okay.
So we're standing
On the property line.
on the property.
Well,
Got
that
it.
fence. You know,
That's it. Okay.
And that's also the limit of disturbance.
Yeah.
Oh, the 50 foot starts from the stone wall.
Excuse me?
The 50 foot setback starts from the
From the property line.
which is
The stone wall.
Sorry.
No, it's it.
Right, it alternates.
Okay, and so the larger array goes down that way.
Yes.
Correct. And then there's a part that has the steeper slope, the 25% or above, through the middle, or that way. Okay.
Yeah.
And then up above is the second array, the smaller array.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So now we'll just walk
way are we
along.
going?
Yeah, if you want to see the pool, it's 30 pages, but
Hang on, Mr. Binder.
The what? The steep slope has already been locked.
Oh, okay. So it's still open area. Yeah. Thank you.
Man pass, they used to call them. What we call them today? First we're going to
pass.
get down there. I don't want to hold you up. Yeah. We'll get it.
Can you hear my phone?
Oh, can you find your phone from another phone?
I have no idea. I've never even heard of it.
So that's an app.
I don't know if you have to have it turned on your phone.
You have to have it turned on.
You have to have your phone turned on, but that might
You
be.
usually sync your phone to your laptop and then you look for it.
So she has to look for it on her computer.
That's how I know.
Maybe I have to find my phone turned on first.
I know that.
Not like the phone.
wetlands people tell me this is
I know.
a vernal pool complex.
So
No
if you
amphibian
I'm
eggs
just
down
wondering
here.
if I could look it up to you.
I have no idea if it qualifies as class 2 wetlands or not. I know that where the amphibian egg is a class 2. Whether this whole complex is, I don't know.
it's contiguous, it is.
Oh, sure.
That's how it works.
I'm coming.
So there's no wetlands biologist here today from A&R? Dory's not here.
No, I haven't. Now, don't easy way. Yes, there is. There really is. There you go, right down through the Muellers. Yeah, we're following you.
Yeah.
Eventually bring them to the edge of the field. Right here. Improve it a little more.
Oh, is it? I didn't tell anybody.
Well, guess what? You went to that field.
Is this the way we would have done it?
Ten corners, you said?
That was a stop on the
Around
turkey
the corner
drive.
from my house.
I love that place. Protect that beach and they're walking along. Yeah. I can't imagine having any meat on with that. They would be tough and big.
You know, they were going to knock down that tavern in
No.
the 60s. And then some, you know, that whole 60s mentality. It's cheaper to build new than fix up old.
Oh, back in the
They were going to.
Oh,
And
that is
so,
a very special place, those Four Corners. I go
Yeah.
back in time when I go there.
yeah.
I
Barn,
just imagine down the
livery
sawmill.
stables missing across the way. Yes. Sawmill works. They got it all running.
Yeah, we went there.
But, what's her name? Harriet Gallagher, Harriet Morse Gallagher, and some others like rescued it, kept it from getting it. They think they bought it, and then they convinced the state to take it, and the state reluctantly took it over. Well, since, and then the state, Eric, what was his name, worked for Historic Preservation. He was really into it. Gilbertson. I think he's overly protective of it, and went the other way. And I think that it would be great if they could rent it out to folks, and we could have a tavern there,
Oh, that's an
and a little
interesting
hardware
idea.
store. You know, I thought about, talked to Eric
that's
about
a
it
cool
years ago. He
idea.
goes, not as long as I'm working here.
Oh, geez.
It's like, what? It just except for a couple of times a year. But he's no longer there. And unfortunately, they had land above it, and they sold off the land. Like,
Oh, that helps.
and there's a house on it. My friend's house, Booker's house.
Is that the one that was just posted?
What, a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't
Yeah.
connect the two people.
Why the state had to
That's
sell it? They probably got $40,000 or less.
I go to their art shows there. Something like
Yeah. Right, in the fall.
There's just a, I I get a special feeling in those orange there. So that's
So my neighbor, her parents, she was raised on a farm just next door to ours, and her parents leased that property from whoever owned it back when, early 1900s, mid 1940s, and her parents then bought the farm that they're on now, and they walked their cattle, the dairy cows, down past the Old West Church to their farm.
Oh.
And that's how they picked up and moved it. It's not that far walk, but
So this is the limit of disturbance over to the wall. The array will be right there, correct?
Oh, they're back.
Well, yeah, they'll be 50 feet.
well, they're not here yet.
This will
Wait
all be
Yeah,
clear.
yeah. So Martha's up the hill.
Oh, okay, we'll wait for her.
Give you a chance to sit. Anybody wants to sit?
It's a nice day here.
Hold on. There you go.
There's no snakes.
You don't like snakes?
Snakes.
You really don't like snakes? You really don't.
There's one place in the States that's got snakes you need to worry about. Hard time finding them.
Oh, really? That's what I did tell you. This little hill up. We got out. Yeah.
We've had red-bellied snakes and ringneck snakes.
Here?
At our house.
You do?
Yeah, garter snakes we have had over time. Milk snakes.
We don't have any.
We've had milk snakes.
Yeah. We had a little family of them. They're under a pot of flame. I love them. Milk snakes.
Okay. Can I ask a question now? Yeah.
Thank you.
The limit of disturbance, if I understand, comes right up to the wall. These trees will all be cut and give a very clear view 50 feet in of the array. Is that correct? And
These saplings?
what?
This
Well, I believe that your limit of disturbance is right to the property line.
Right. It's already been cut.
Right, but I mean, this will be managed for vegetation.
Yep.
So clear, like I said, clear to the line. And I'm just wondering, did you folks ever evaluate the view to the Muellers, or their view of this? I was there in the winter and could see the snow on the ground here very plainly through the trees. Perhaps when, in summer season it won't be so visible. But
Is there any buffering or any?
I don't see the plans call for buffers or screening in here between the house and here, but just wanted to mention it since we're here.
Okay.
No better chance to see it than now.
There's much more fence insulator.
We like to clean it.
It's okay.
Well,
No, we can, I don't want to get
We're not
into
getting,
the
no, not talking
nitty-gritty.
about it. No, everybody.
We're just observing, that's the Mueller's house. It's on, I'm sure it's somewhere on the map if I was a better.
I'm just worried about the
It is on the map, almost. If you turn
care
that
about
up
there.
Oh.
There's their pond. We just walk down here. Their house is, see that little pond? Yeah. That's right outside their door. Their house is right under the north.
Got it. Okay, thank you. We went down pretty fast there. Okay. Okay.
So that way, these are the first feet.
So we can either go down the hill to that stone wall where we started, or we can walk down their driveway. I'm okay, but if we go separate paths, I'd like another cookie before we go. Anybody else?
The ground rules.
We got the ground rules.
They've all had enough. Those are for you.
It looks like that might be an easier route.
Yeah, it's easier to walk.
Yeah.
It's not too bad this way, Mike.
Do I get a consensus here?
Actually, yeah, sure.
Sure, we'll follow you.
So, wait a minute.
I'm
Just remembered something. Maybe we could do this separately, Martha, to see where the stockpile is, or whoever wants to go down. How do you want to? You would have to be there.
Well, your cars are there anyway, so we'll be good.
So I'm not sure where we are versus the stockpile. So stockpile.
Oh my God, we're past.
The stockpile's where we park.
Yeah. So we'll come down the edge of the entrance.
So we're going to go down to their house, and then people are going to walk back on the road. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Remember when
Okay.
we?
So yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Is I want to look at that. I want to look at that before we leave.
Sounds good. We can do that.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know.
Follow that woman.
looking toward the property line demarcated by the stone wall. Beyond that stone wall is where the project is proposed. It was a little rough with the bush hog. I think that might be June Tierney's house over there.
Who?
June Tierney, you know who she is?
Yep. No, she's up one more.
Oh, she's up one more?
Yeah.
She's around here somewhere.
Very close. But she will not talk shop.
Nope.
Not even the word.
I mean regarding this project or any project?
Oh, any project.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Well, she's not a hearing officer. She's a public advocate entity. So she can talk to anybody, developers and you. So that's kind of a misread of her responsibility.
Well, you know June?
Yes, I do. She still thinks she's at the PUC. Not. She's not even council. She's a commissioner.
One way or another.
That's hilarious.
Does anybody need a drink of water?
Not from that swamp.
Oh, this is the Goldfish one?
I don't think she was suggesting that.
The roots
Kim,
go back
yeah.
to the Cumberland Fair.
Let's see, which fair was that? 78? No, and 96.
You do it with Matt.
What you do is you can map their DNA, right?
I'm kidding.
A good day with
you
a
want
good walk.
to?
Every day with a good walk. A good day.
Nothing better.
Yeah.
Now go home, pick off ticks.
Yeah.
Have you seen Ticks yet?
Yeah, I've had one on me.
They were out there. I haven't had any.
They come out early.
Yeah.
Our cat.
The thing is though,
I know. I put it up. I got dog collars. Got tick collar on already.
I don't know why. Like you know, over on my
They're
side.
working on vaccines. I
I
would
mean,
get one.
Be grateful.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I try always to
no,
have
I-
like long pants and boots on.
Thing is, I always find them in the morning. You know, I look for at night and I don't find them. Go to bed and then they're there. They are in the morning. I don't know what they're doing.
If you got a cat,
Yeah, we do have a cat.
The cattle.
they come on your bed
Yeah.
and then they release the ticks and then you find them in the morning.
Is
That's
that what
how
it
I
is?
got Lyme last time.
Yeah, but my cat does
Not
revolution.
going in the woods, going to bed. And one day a
Going to
fisher
bed
Yeah,
died
but
of
the
cat.
revolution
and I
doesn't
was
kill
not
them
sad.
instantly.
Right? No, they have to bite and die.
Fisher or a
I
coyote.
heard some bad news this morning that I don't know if it was accurate or not. I meant to check on it. That possums do not take down the tick population.
Oh, really?
I saw it and I said, "Oh, I'm gonna have to come back and check this out."
I didn't know they ate chicks.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're famous
yeah.
for supposedly, and
Supposed to
so
be
are
famous,
guinea hens.
but-
Guinea
I
hens.
knew
eat
guinea
ticks.
hens and chickens and that. Wow. Huh.
So I'm sorry you had Lyme. Was that a while ago?
Yeah. Twice.
Oh. grandson had it. He went to Maine. He lives up
All right,
in
what do we
Northeast
have
Kingdom.
left on
There's no
our
ticks up there.
agenda?
Yeah.
Soil
stockpile. But he went to,
Soil
went to a wedding in
stockpiles
Maine.
going down.
And he came back with a whole
How about your house? How far can you walk
We're
there?
way up there. You're welcome to drive up there or not.
I don't know why you.
I was curious why you wanted to see it. I mean, you're welcome. I have nothing to hide. And we always like to entertain, get more cookies or something. But what does it have to do with the site approval here to go way up there?
Well, we don't have to.
Oh, okay.
We're just trying to make sure we see everything.
Oh, well, you're welcome to if you drive to the north or the next place up on the right. We're next door neighbors with the Muellers. So.
Big open field.
Yeah.
And then the house.
The house is set back.
Nobody wants to go out to water? Oh, thank you so much, but I'm okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for walking us through.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. That was good.
Thank you for guiding us Nice to through meet your you. property. Nice to meet you. Fun to connect.
Thanks.
Good luck finding your phone.
I know, I know. It's the only thing I care about is my daughter calls me every day.
Well, maybe she'll fortunately be calling you while you're wandering.
Rough grouse.
Just because I've never heard.
Did you hear the rough grouse?
Yeah.
Did you hear the rough grouse just now?
No.
He's filming. Just hearing him today for the first time.
So we're done.
Oh, yeah, sure.
What's your,
All right, so what's the temperature, do you think?
50?
And raining. I was waiting for the rain.
52, according to
I
you.
did.
Come on.
Okay, so
You're joking.
have a couple more folks.
Back at the staging area.
This is going to be the stockpile, soil stockpile.
And the stockpiling area. We just have that pointed out to us. Oh, you're getting on.
Yeah, I'm getting here. She's probably not. I'm not sure she's gonna be able to join us here. Hi.
Here I am.
Yeah, if you can. I know you have a meeting, but just calling you in case and whatever you can. You know, put us in one ear, put the meeting in the other ear, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, well, it's just like an informal sort of lunch chat.
Okay, so good. So
Okay.
so we're here. Go ahead, officer.
Yeah, if you could just point us in the direction, Martha, that would be great.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to see.
Remember I was standing over here and I said this is the entrance. And
Good
then
job,
you
pretend
walk.
I'm a truck. Sorry.
You have kids.
Yeah, I think the staging area is south of this phone pole on the map, right? Down here and
Are you serious?
Here with A&R?
No, Department of Public Service.
Oh, confused. And what do you do?
Staff.
Oh. The attorneys are all incognito now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. This is the little area here of Buckland soil. So, okay, I get it. Now I understand where we are. Thank you.
So where are the ag soils coming from? The road construction?
Yeah, 1/3 of the road is prime ag soil.
Really?
Yeah, interestingly, I guess they're at the end for decommissioning, you have to dig out all the gravel and fabric and put the soil back in the road. Just the 1/3, and then the other 2/3 of the road just stays gravel forever.
If anyone's alive to remember.
Yeah. What happens to the
50 years
soil
from
they
now.
dig out that
doesn't get stockpiled.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Okay, anything else?
I think John will said did we cover everything, folks? A&R and apartment, AAFM, Mr. Binder.
Did you find it? Yep. It's on the roof of the car.
Oh,
yay!
I've done
But
that.
dangerous.
I did that tank.
Oh my God.
Never
I've
do
lost
that.
wallets that way.
Never do that.
Right.
Well, she didn't.
Last call.
Okay, I just want to thank everyone so much for coming out and for showing us around and
You're welcome.
very helpful.
And I hope you all have a nice weekend.
Thank you, you too.
And thanks for the exercise and not having to go to the gym for the next couple days.
And I got the sun.
It's a pleasure. So, do we shake with COVID?
Well, you can shake. I can shake left-handed.
Okay, Lizzie, that's it.
Ended up being a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yep, thanks. Bye-bye.